and welcome to the Portland City Council regular meeting of August 12th, 2014. Before we go into the pledge, I would just like to say one thing. Don Finke, 222 Adams Street, a good man with a kind soul and a passion for his beliefs. Please keep Don and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you. Now please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Lord's Prayer in a moment of silence for men and women serving overseas. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
thank you.
Sorry, can I have a word with you for just a second?
The clerk, please call the roll.
Mike Snyder.
Present.
Ron Ackerman.
Present.
Lisa Sardi. Present. Gabe Velo.
Present.
Jerry Tiroli.
Present.
Nicole Fridas. Present. Margaret Phillips.
Present. Thank you, Council. Before you, you have the minutes of the June 24th and the July 8th meeting. I will entertain a motion to accept the minutes as stated.
Motion, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Trolley. Can I have a second? Thank you, Mrs. Sardi. Any comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
The minutes have been approved. The chair notes that certification has been received regarding compliance with the rules of notification of this meeting. We have no guest presentation this evening, and we will go to public comment.
Jerry Yonke of 117 Cedar Street.
Yes. I want to comment about Don Finke, but Madam President, you took my thunder when you brought up 222 Adams Street.
I couldn't say his name without saying the address.
Right, but hopefully that isn't what he's really noted for.
No.
So we'll just move on. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Mrs. Springer.
Arlene Irick of 412 East 4th Street.
This is for the fire chief. All volunteer firemen have lights and sirens on their vehicles, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I was going down State Street Sunday, heading east. All of a sudden, a white car goes around me in the no passing sign, and I looked, and all he had was emergency blinkers going. If anyone had to pull off one of those side streets, it would have been pretty. But he was going to the fire station. No lights, no sirens, just emergency blinkers.
Did you see him pull into the fire station?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he pulled in,
It was a white car?
white car. He pulled in, and then the squad pulled out, but they were going to McDonald's and at Cortana.
I know who it is, and I will. That wasn't a fireman.
It wasn't?
That was a North Central EMS person, and I will take care of that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Thank you very much, citizens, and just remember when you come into the meeting that you can sign in, and we hope this continues to go as smooth as it did tonight. So now I'll go to the mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. A couple things. Council people, as you know, Mrs. Harlab had read off the two ordinances. We're not asking you to pass those tonight. We are asking you to pass them at the next reading, only due to the fact that we have deadlines. I have a letter from the county engineer's office, which these would apply to for OPWC, and these the applications are due by September 4th. We just received this August 7th, so just last Thursday. So sorry for the short notice. We're trying to get better and trying to get things before council, so you have a great opportunity to review those. sometimes it's out of our hands. So just want to let you know about that. Also, everybody's very well aware of the fact that we had an algae scare in Toledo. What we did immediately is we wanted to make sure that we were extremely transparent on how things are, the condition of our water. So we went ahead and we actually get those tests through the county, and they give us that information. We have changed our website. The very first page, www.portclinton.com. If you go to it, there's a water quality. You can hit that, and it will tell you what the quality of water is at the very latest testing that was done, talking specifically to microsystems, which was the big scare. Now, those tests are done by the county every 3 days. You know, obviously it's subject to different things that may happen if they're overloaded at the facility. The county does not do the actual testing, it's done in Oregon. So obviously there's some channels and stuff like that. It also tells what the thresholds are on here, so you know exactly what we're looking for, whether it's a concern of just drinking, but you can still utilize it for bathing or for washing your clothes. There's also for our beach, or any usable water and recreational, anything over 20 parts per billion. We will be making the waterways closed in the city of Port Clinton. Just today, just to let you know as well, we wanted to make sure we're on top of this in case there was an issue arise where we have to isolate our tower and how we're going to distribute water. I'm very grateful we have such a great team with our two chiefs, our fire and police, our water department, safety service director, the service department. All of our entities are getting together to come up with a contingency plan that we are working very diligently on. We'd like to have it in place within the next couple of weeks. Once we have ours in place, we're going to sit down with the county and make sure they're aware of what we're doing. We want to meet with all the big users, such as the hospital, the school, find out what their intentions are, assisted living. So we want to make sure we're really on top of this and we're being proactive, not reactive. I think everybody had an opportunity to learn what things we should be working on and know what happened in Toledo. So we just want to make sure we're being proactive, not reactive. So just want to be aware of that. Make sure you take a look at that website. I think it provides a lot of information. There's links to talk about the algae. There's also will be some signs going up to help educate not only the people in the community, but the visitors what algae looks like and what some of those things are, and also lead them back to our website as well to get that up-to-date information. Okay? And that is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Auditor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. Just one thing to note, I sent out the July month-end reports for the year 2014 on August 5th. If you do not receive those, please let me know. You should get those to you. That's it. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Treasurer's report.
Madam President, my report is passed out tonight. And as far as bed taxes go, we're saving in $71,852 as of now. Looking back at last year, we're about $4,200 ahead of last year.
Law Director's report.
Nothing.
Safety Service Director.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple things. We are working on closing out the jobs on Fulton Street, Safe Routes to Schools, and Taft Street. We've done a walkthrough on all those various jobs, working with Walt to get everything buttoned up and get those closed out so we can get those off the books this year. There is a little issue of drainage on Fulton Street between 5th and 6th Street that the contractor will be back next week to take care of and get that milled and take care of that area that's too high in that vicinity. And other than that, there's a couple curbs on the Safe Routes to Schools that need fixed, and they are working on that also. And that's what I have tonight, Madam President.
Thank you.
Madam President, can I ask a question of Mr. Colston?
Sure.
I want to say Tracy. Mr. Colston,
Go ahead.
I know we spoke earlier today about this question, but I wanted you to share it with everyone else. I had called with a question about the one ordinance that we're going to be placing on the agenda tonight, dealing with paving of Fulton Street from the alley down to the north entrance to the hospital. And my question was, is that something that would be then done this year? And your answer was?
No, it will not. That's when we have to get the funding, and that's what the mayor was talking about we just got the letter for August 7th. So we'll put that out there, try to get the funding like we did last year for that second part. Probably we're in phase 3, I guess I would call it, because we did the first part and the second, and now we're into the third. Get all the way to basically, hopefully 7th Street, as Mike said. So that would be something that would be constructed next year.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Colson? Fire Chief, or Police Chief's report.
Thank you, Madam President.
I just want to inform everybody that your police department will be participating in the Ohio Department of Public Safety's Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. That begins August 15th and it goes through September 1st. So thank you, Madam President.
Fire Chief's report.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to thank everyone that came and stopped by the fire station on Sunday and ate dinner with us, or at least picked up a meal, and very well received. We sold out. The Firefighters Association, as you guys know, have got some pretty big projects going right now, and all that money will go right back to the betterment of the fire department, its members, and the community. The people that did stop were very happy to see the new addition and some of the things we've done on the inside. A lot of nice comments on it. I do welcome everybody to come down and see it. This is your tax dollars. Come down and see what we've done and the improvements that we have made. We also, last week, I invited the young lady from the Beacon down to talk about our cemetery project. We are going out next Tuesday night, is my off-council night, and we're going to start putting up our grave markers. We have 73 that we located in Lakeview Cemetery, which is very impressive because those are guys that fought back in 1870, 1880, 1890 type deal. So we're going to start placing there, and if the night's good, we'll get to Riverview and place the balance of them there too. But we are still looking through the records, and I've asked for us out to the public and asked for help on anyone that may know a brother, a sister, a uncle, aunt that was on the fire department for any time. And so we make sure that they're duly recognized by the fire department. Again, the Firefighters Association, if you've seen the plaques, they're very impressive. They've done a nice job with that. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Under correspondence, I have a request from the Jet Express to vacate the alley next to their building, and I am going to put that in the infrastructure. Also, I have a request from Immaculate Conception Church to move their downspout. Have they gone through yet?
They were at the last infrastructure meeting.
Okay.
They can talk about it.
Okay. Also, I have from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control, Jamie and August Enterprise LLC doing business as PJ's Grill and Bar, a liquor transfer from Travelers Bar and Grill at 17 North Monroe Street. Mr. Schneider.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion that we waive our right to object to the liquor transfer.
I have a motion to waive our right to object to the liquor transfer. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Also under correspondence, I have the Infrastructure Committee minutes of 2/4/14, 3/11/14, 3/31/14, 5/6/14, and 6/3/14. I also have the Parks and Rec and Cemetery minutes of 7/8/14, along with the Treasurer's report and the Auditor's report, which you received by email. Could I have a motion to accept the correspondence as stated? Thank you, Mr. Tiroli. Could I have a second? Thank you, Mrs. Sardi. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We have no third readings of ordinance and resolutions. With the second readings of ordinance and resolutions, would the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance 16-14. Huh? I'll do that next.
Ordinance 16-14, an ordinance to approve the 2014 replacement pages to the Port Clinton codified ordinances and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance 16-14? Seeing none, we will move that to the August 26th meeting for its third reading. I will now entertain a motion to add ordinances 19-14 and 20-14 to tonight's agenda.
I move that we add 19 and 20 to tonight's agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mrs. Sardi. Any discussion? Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ron Ackerman,
Yes.
Gabe Vila,
Yes.
Nicole DeFreitas.
Yes.
Mike Snyder.
Yes.
Lisa Sardi. Yes. Jerry Trolley.
Yes.
Margaret Phillips.
Yes.
Thank you. 19 and 20 have been added to tonight's agenda. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance number 19-14?
Ordinance 19-14. An ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission state capital improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs, and to execute contracts as required and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 19-14? Seeing none, we will move that to the August 26th agenda for its second reading. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance number 20-14?
Ordinance 20-14, an ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to prepare and submit an application to the Ohio Public Works Commission for a credit enhancement payment for the 6th Street Water Line Project and to execute contracts as required and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 20-14? Seeing none, we will move that to the August 26th meeting for its second reading. We'll now go to business from the floor. Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to make the announcement that there will be a Finance Committee meeting next week at 6:30, and I promise it will not be 5 hours like our last one. Maybe 5.5. A brief statement I'd like to read here. On July 24th, the entire world was shocked to learn that John Waters had been terminated as director of the Ohio State University Marching Band. Not only is John a native of Ottawa County, as he grew up in Elmore and Lakeside, but John has strong ties to the city of Port Clinton. John has traveled with the OSU Marching Band in part and its entirety on several occasions to entertain our citizens and educate our children. John has developed a very strong lifelong friendship with many members of our city who can attest to his honesty, integrity, and desire to produce a quality product while not only in the midst of a performance, but outside the music venue as well. The recent actions of the administration of the Ohio State University is quite honestly an insult to individuals that appreciate hard work and individuals that currently reside and have in the past in our community. Not to mention a slap in the face to those dozens of OSU Marching Band alumni and the hundreds of OSU alumni like myself, as well as the thousands of Ohio State supporters, fans, and followers that have called Port Clinton home at one point in their life. Earlier today, I emailed a draft resolution to Mr. Wilbur, the administration, and the members of the City Council. At next week's meeting, I plan on making a motion to add this resolution to the agenda. The exact language with the removal of Village of Elmore and insertion of City of Port Clinton was adopted last evening at the Village of Elmore Council meeting. It goes without saying, but John Waters has extended a hand of opportunity and experience many times to the City of Port Clinton. In my opinion, it's time that we do the same for him. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Mr. Ackerman.
No more.
No, that's fine. Since your statement was so long, could you do a copy of the
Yeah.
clerk? Thanks. Mr. Ackerman.
Thank you. Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Mrs. Sardi.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Below.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Mr. Trolley.
Just that Emergency Services Committee will meet next Tuesday at 5:30 here at City Hall, and that's it.
Mrs. DeFreitas.
I have nothing tonight, Madam President.
Geez, the summer must be the humidity. Ms. Phillips.
The chicken was really good on Sunday. You
Yes, it was.
missed some good food. That and laws, rules, and ordinances will meet in 2 weeks from today.
Any other meeting announcements? I will take a motion to adjourn. Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. I move this august body adjourned.
Thank you. I'll take a second. Thank you, Mr. Trolley. All those in